at CCB, we believe that all the students can learn maths to the highest level. We want them to see maths as a growth, creative, open and visual subject. We want them to see patterns in maths, find connections, and be very creative at finding solutions. We encourage them to be true mathematicians, to think really deeply about the problems, to ask lots of questions and reason. And most importantly, we always encourage them to make sense of whatever they do.
I think this new process, based on showing us how they think and they do the mathematical thinking, has been empowering for them, and it has been empowering for us as teachers, for them, because they are able to understand the way they're thinking, and when they share with other friends the way they thought or the processes they use, it helps other children understand. Maybe they didn't understand how to do it well the first time, and they would go like, okay, I had never thought about that, or I didn't understand when my teacher explained how to use the 10 frames, but now that I see you doing it, it's going to be easier for me to do it. So I think it's a very positive change in the way we do maths. The least important thing in this process is the number, is really understanding the way they're thinking, because it helps them know what they need to do, and it helps us teachers understand how to help them or move them forward in whatever they're doing, and they understand that mistakes are just a way of learning how to do things in a different way.
Here at CCB, with our maths program, we really seek that the students understand deeply and truly what they're learning. For example, in 4th grade, we have been working on multiplication, and instead of just the students memorizing the multiplication tables, we really dive deep into multiplication, understand why it's happening, how it's happening. We use a lot of visual representation. We use number lines, array tables, ratio tables. This way the students really understand how multiplication works instead of just memorizing the times tables.
So I'm the Educational Technology Coordinator, and my job is to look for great opportunities to integrate technology to make a difference. And in the activity the kids have just been doing, they're using robots to explore perimeter, and it's a wonderful way to complement their maths program, because they have to literally discover the proportions of the perimeters that they're designing. So they've got to find the angles, and it's literally trial and error. And what we find is the engagement's really high, they really enjoy it, but when they actually discover what the angles are, in this case, the retention is really high.
What do you think about math?
It is a really good thing. You can learn a lot about it, about the struggle and the challenge, the process. That what matters. The result is what matters later. The struggles and the challenge is what you're gonna thinking, like a trick of cards. You have 21 cards, and someone chooses one card, and you have to pull it. But that's all mathematics. That's the struggle and the challenge. That's the process to making the result. The result, it feels really good when you finally got it, and everyone says, how do you do that? Or how much you did along to take you, or all of those questions. But the process is what matters, not the result.
I like math because it makes me grow. I like math because it's simple at the beginning, but then it's a little difficult.
One of the things that I really enjoy about teaching maths here and the way that maths is learned is that maths is a subject here that is very much process driven and not product driven. So what I mean by that is, in other schools that I've been in, I remember when I was learning maths at school, that the teachers would often focus on just getting the right answer, but didn't really spend too much time or give too much attention to how the students would arrive at that answer. The students are struggling to find the right answer, we can find exactly what it is that they find difficult, or where in the process towards finding that correct answer that they might find it tricky, and then we can intervene there and and help them at that stage.
We have noticed that children are much more motivated towards maths. We also see children more confident about making mistakes and using them as an opportunity to learn while playing, and also as a change of mindset that lets them know that we all can be good mathematicians.
I love math because it's so interesting, learning how to find out what's the angle of the shapes and maybe also fractions. It's so interesting for me, and that's why I love math.
It's really important because when you struggle in math, you can learn more things and it can help you in the real life. Of course, you can be creative. When you do mathematics, never judge ideas, because when you try something, you have to try to find it out. So when you judge something, you miss an opportunity of making your brain grow.
I like math because you need to know what's 1 + 1 and 1 + 2.
I like math because it is fun and I like count and numbers.
I like math because they are very fun for me and they are very easy for me and I like them a lot.
As teachers, we've definitely noticed a higher improvement in maths. We've noticed that children organically want to solve problems. We include it in our daily life, in morning routines, in afternoons, and all throughout the day. We definitely feel that they are more empowered to learn math.
As an IB school, we're preparing our students for life. You see, in real life, when you have a problem to solve, you don't have a textbook that tells you what to do. You don't have exercises that you had previously practiced. You have to use your intuition. You have to use your creativity and freedom of thought to find out what to do. And we're preparing our students for that through mathematics. We tell them, struggle, be creative, find different ways and solve your problem. And that's how we're preparing them for life.